When King Hezekiah got prideful, what did he do when the Babylonian ambassadors came?
Mommy, he prayed to God.
No, he showed them what?
Is it hard to be a king?
Yeah.
There's a lot of kings that did bad stuff.
No, it's hard, but it's also easy because you have so much wealth and power that it can corrupt you.
He showed down what he has.
Yeah, he showed them what he has, the treasures, right? And what did Isaiah said that will happen to those treasures?
They will be destroyed.
They will be taken away, right? And the people will be taken away too. And then after that, there's an Assyrian king who taunt God's people, saying, "Oh, they took Israel, and they're trying to take Jerusalem. They're saying, oh, all these nations, we went and we captured them, or we conquered them, and their gods did not what?
Save them.
Save them. So what do you think will happen to you?" Right? And did Hezekiah get afraid?
No.
He probably was a little afraid. But, so what did King Hezekiah do instead of turning into his own strength?
He prayed.
He prayed. He asked Isaiah, "Is there a word from the Lord?" Right? And then Isaiah told him that God will defend him. And what did God do that night?
He sent an angel.
Yes.
Oh.
And the angel, what did the angel do?
He killed all the enemy.
He killed all of Israel's enemies.
With
Judah,
the sword.
With a sword.
Flaming sword.
A flaming sword, right. And so we can know that, and God's people say that God will take care of those who trust in him, right? Right. And so let's now go to our lesson. Okay, did you know both Israel and Judah fought many battles with enemy nations around them? The Assyrians were a
powerful empire
who were very cruel.
My territory God is down the Assyrian to conquer Israel.
Because they kept rejecting God's warnings to turn from worshiping and serving idols. The Assyrian army came to attack Novus. Judah. Their commander sent a letter to King Hezekiah making fun of his trust in God. Hezekiah chose to Novus.
No, you need to say
Popcorn Trinity.
Mommy.
Hezekiah chose to trust God. He laid the letter before the Lord and asked for his help. God answered in a big way. Okay? So now let's read, how did Hezekiah do justly, or what is right? 2 Kings 18:6. For he clung to the Lord. He did not desist from following him, but kept his commandments, which the Lord has commanded Moses. What is clinging?
Clinging.
What is clinging?
To cling.
To cling. Like, I'm not letting you go. Right? That's clinging. I'm not letting you go. So he clung on to the Lord. He went like this to the Lord. Right? He did not desist from following him. That means he followed God, right? And kept God's commandment. Okay? So all of these. So how did Hezekiah trust in the Lord? What
he clung to him.
Or how did Hezekiah do what's right? Yeah, he prayed. He clung to the Lord. Then did he stop? And did he stop? Did Hezekiah stop doing listening to God?
No.
No. And what else did he
Mommy?
do? One is clung, 2 is listen to God, and 3 is what?
Mommy?
Hold on.
Pray.
No, not pray. Well, he also prayed, but right here, he kept
the Lord commandment.
he kept the Lord commandment.
Mommy?
Great job. Yes, God?
It's Hezekiah and Isaiah and the and great commander.
Isaiah is a prophet and Hezekiah is a king.
And
So
Hezekiah a good king or bad?
he was a good king, but he made his mistakes. He clung to God, he followed God, and not capital E. He kept God's commandments. Okay.
That's long.
And then, how did Hezekiah walk humbly with God? Or what does walk humbly with God mean?
To trust him.
To trust God, to admit that he needed God's help, right? And then 2 Kings 19:16. I would actually say walk humbly with God, meaning, for example, when we walk together in knots as a family, then we enjoy each other's company, we talk, and then when you walk humbly, though, that means you listen to what God has to say, you respect what he has to say, and you're not prideful. You're like, no, I know better than you, God, you know? So there's a communion, a communication aspect in walking humbly with God and being respectful in our attitude when we walk humbly with God. Okay, so 2 Kings 19:16. 2 Kings 19:16. Okay, so incline your ear, Lord, and hear. Open your eyes, Lord, and see. Listens to the word of Sennacherib, which he has sent to taunt the living God. So how did Hezekiah walk humbly with God through that verse? He asked what?
God.
To what?
To protect them.
So he asked God to listen and see and protect the kingdom, and to also glorify God's name. Okay, that's another aspect of it. He's saying, look, God, these people are taunting you. These people are taunting your people, right? These people are taunting the living God. So please act. Please do something about it so that they know that you are God. Okay, that's pretty much his what he wanted to say in that. So how did Hezekiah love mercy? What did he want all the kingdoms to know about God?
That he could rescue them.
He can rescue them. 2 Kings 19:19. But now, Lord our God, please save us from his hand, so that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that you alone, Lord, are God. So what did Hezekiah want him to know? All the people to know?
About God.
That God alone is what? He is the one and
true God.
Yeah, alone. That God is the one and only true God. Right? Okay. So what did God do to rescue his people from the Assyrians?
He sent an angel
To
rescue them.
To rescue them. So 2 Kings 19:35. Then it happened that night that the angel of the Lord went out and struck 185,000 in the camp of the Assyrians. And the rest got up early in the morning, and behold, all of the 185,000 were dead. So this is really bad for the Assyrian, but very good for the Israelites, right? So you can imagine, with every victory, whenever God people has a victory, there's someone that fail, right?
Yes.
So when God has a victory, God's enemy will fail. When God wins, God's enemy dies, right? So do you want to be on God's side, or do you want to be on God's enemy side?
Good side.
God's side. How about you, Novus?
God side.
Good
How about
answer.
you, Mommy?
And they will
How
always
about you, Mommy?
God's side too. So, and God tell us that He is good, and He will win. We want to be on His side, but don't forget that there are people who will be sad when God wins, right? And so we need to pray for these people on the opposite side to come to the side of God, so that when God wins, we all win. So what did God do to rescue His people from the Assyrian? And Trinity said it well. God sent an angel and rescued His people by killing the enemies. Okay? Okay, so now we are gonna go up here and say, take it to the Lord. Take it to the Lord. Hezekiah laid out a letter before the Lord. He prayed for help. What is something that you need God's help with? What do you need God's help with?
Fighting the devil.
Fighting the devil. Yes, we can't fight the devil by ourselves. He's very powerful. We need God's help to do that. How about you, Trinity?
Saying the yes and the way.
Okay. Okay, great. A math page? Something you don't know how to fix? Wow, we are like spiritual battle mode right here. Not thinking about math or homework. We're thinking about the spiritual battle that we are in, right? So admitting we need God's help is walking humbly with Him. That's a part of it, not all of it. Draw or write it on the page below. Talk to God about it and listen for His instructions. So how do we talk to God about it? Let's write it down, and then how do we talk to God about it?
By praying.
By praying. Good job. Good job. Fist bump.
I want to do answer that.
Oh, okay.
And they keep answering the stuff that she already knows.
Okay, I'll give you some chance. Okay, so let's do, this is a new memory verse. Okay, so He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To do justly, to love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. Micah 6:8. That's a lot of hand action. Okay. So He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Micah 6:8.
Mommy,
Okay?
I cannot make that emotion.
Yeah, you can. A little bit. You have to put your finger down a little bit. Yeah, like that. And then move it. Yeah.
Like this,
Straight up.
Mommy?
Yes, like that. A little bit like that. Okay? Okay, let's do it again.
He
has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Micah 6:8. Great job.